Hey guys, so this is my actives month. So this would be the last video on my active month series. Hyaluronic acid has been trending nowadays, and every single product that is available in the market has some kind of hyaluronic acid in it, and the whole hydration and the blue color and the blue theme is really relevant. So in this video, we are going to delve upon what is hyaluronic acid, what are the effects, what it does, how it can work as a double-edged sword, the do's, the don'ts, product recommendation, and also how to use and when to use. And I will be delving upon a bonus topic, which is humectants as moisturizer, because products such as Pond's Super Light Gel and Neutrogena and Clinique are trending to be moisturizer, which can adversely dehydrate your skin. We are going to nerd upon all the molecular weight, what it does, and what does the term multimolecular hyaluronic acid really means. So stay tuned till the end to know everything about this amazing hyaluronic acid and what it does has to offer. So hey guys, if you are new to my channel and you are seeing this space for the very first time, I am MAITRAYEE HALDER. I do post a lot of skincare content such as this one, mixed with couple of contents that I really like. So if you are into that genre, then do consider subscribing and hitting on that bell notification to get notified every time I upload. And also do not forget to follow me in my social media accounts, where I do post a lot of sneak peeks about my video, and you also get to be a part of what goes into my videos, and especially my Instagram, because I am the most active there and I do a couple of live session to help you guys out with your queries and skincare concerns. So without any further ado, let's just explore the amazing world of hyaluronic acid. Now coming to the first question, that what is hyaluronic acid? Hyaluronic acid, also known as hyaluronan, is a type of glucosaminoglycane. So basically it's a sugar or carbohydrate that's present in our body and also made by our body. It is present in the tissues, eyes, joints, and the 50% of the total hyaluronic acid that we have is present in our skin. The most amazing property of hyaluronic acid is that it holds tremendous amount of water. I'm talking 1,000 times more than its weight. So it does helps in keeping our skin really hydrated by holding or retaining water. I'm talking like 1 gram can hold up to 2 gallons of water or 6 liters of water. So hyaluronic acid is a humectant, and if you guys are curious what is humectants, so basically humectants are this magnet that attract all the water molecules and retain them. But to explain it more clearly, these are hygroscopic substances that forms hydrogen bonds with water molecules. Thus helps in keeping our skin well moisturized by drawing water from the environment or the inner cell layers. Hyaluronic acid is an anion, meaning it is negatively charged, so it attracts all the positively charged water molecules. But just like collagen or elastin, hyaluronic acid also degrades when you start aging. Now that we know a little bit about what is hyaluronic acid, let's just talk about the forms, which is really important. So if we have to talk about the forms, mainly there are 4 types in which we can distinguish the availability of all the hyaluronic acid products that is available in the market, and those are salt forms, esters, encapsulation, and precursors. So before delving upon the 4 topics, I'm going to delve upon a very important topic, which is molecular weight. Now hyaluronic acid is a bigger sugar molecule, and it is saturated by water only by our body and not by our skin. So the penetration and the effect is also lowered because of the large molecular weight, and that is why scientists have discovered the 4 form that I have mentioned, which has a lower molecular weight and lower molecular size. So coming to the first one, which is salt forms. Salt forms are the most available in the market, and 70% of the whole market uses this salt forms because first of all they are very cheap and affordable, and also does has a lower molecular weight, which does penetrates into your skin, and the salt forms being the most common sodium hyaluronate and potassium hyaluronate. So the hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid or the normal hyaluronic acid works only on the surface of the skin, but the salt forms or the lower molecular weight hyaluronic acid goes into the deeper layers and hydrates your skin from within. The next being the esters. Esters are basically a active mixed with any kind of other stuff. So esters of hyaluronic acid are really common, and the most common being the cross polymers. The next one being the encapsulation. So encapsulation basically means you are capsulating your hyaluronic acid in a liposome, so it does helps to deliver the effects of hyaluronic acid much more better. And this encapsulation technique is seen in a lot of mid-range to luxury brands because it does adds up the cost. And lastly, the precursor. Now precursors are not exactly a form of hyaluronic acid. Now these are really advanced because it forces your skin and your body to produce more hyaluronic acid. And before delving upon the types of precursor, let us talk about the term CD44. CD44 is basically the receptor or receiver of hyaluronic acid. It is present in our body and it helps your body to actually receive hyaluronic acid and to show its result. If you don't have CD44, the hyaluronic acid won't be received, hence they both go really well together. But just as hyaluronic acid degrades as you age, CD44 also degrades when you age. This is how the precursor works, because it goes inside our skin and our body and boosts up the production of CD44 as well as hyaluronic acid. So you get hydration from a deeper level, and which does last. The most common being the HA5 and AG. HA5 stimulate the production of hyaluronic acid, while AG or acetylglucosamine is really trending and raging nowadays because it forces your body to produce more and more hyaluronic acid. Coming to the main question, what does it exactly does? As hyaluronic acid is a humectant, it does provide you ample amount of hydration. It retains water on your skin, so your skin is well hydrated. It also enhances your lipid barrier. If you are curious what is lipid barrier, basically it's present in the top layer of our skin, which is the epidermis, and it protects us from all the environmental damage and harsh pollution and UV damage, treated like the partner of your skin barrier. These has fatty acid which trap the water and prevents the external irritants to enter on your skin. But as we age, it also degrades. As we are exposed to a lot of pollution and UV damage, it does degrade. Hyaluronic acid enhances the lipid barrier function, so you have a healthy lipid barrier system. As your lipid barrier is enhanced and your water retention capability is boosted up, it also does promote in strengthening your skin barrier. And by strengthening your skin barrier, 90% of your skin concern will be solved. Because for a fun fact, your skin can naturally heal itself, and all the concerns that you are having, such as hyperpigmentation and acne. Because of its water retention abilities, it also helps with the smoothing out of your fine lines and wrinkles. Treat it like if you have a balloon and it is all wrinkly and crinkly, but when you fill it with water, it becomes smooth. So your skin is exactly like that. When your skin is well hydrated and plump, the fine lines and wrinkles are visibly diminished. If you are a fan of clear skin or a glass skin, then hyaluronic acid is for you, because it provides you ample amount of hydration and also gives your skin that clarity and that glass feel. And lastly, my most favorite, it is an excellent pH balancer. Hyaluronic acid has a high pH. If you are into layering a lot of HAs and ascorbic acid, which does has a lower pH, then hyaluronic acid pairs well, and it also helps you to balance out your pH, thus making your skin much more comfortable and non-irritant. Coming to the main question, when to start using or when to use hyaluronic acid. Now, any age group, even if you are a teenager or a mature skin, can use hyaluronic acid. Teenagers who suffer from a lot of dehydration, hyaluronic acid can really help out your skin. And also mature skin, when your skin and body is not producing enough hyaluronic acid, you really need this humectant to boost up all the amazing anti-aging power. And as it is not an exfoliating acid, you can use it both day and night. Now, coming to the most important question is how to use hyaluronic acid. Now, basically hyaluronic acid are present in every form of skincare stuff that you might get. Now, the most important rule of applying hyaluronic acid is always apply it on a damp skin. You want to apply your hyaluronic acid on a damp skin because it is a humectant and it needs some kind of moisture to actually absorb and then retain the moisture. And then when you top it off with a moisturizer, it is retaining all the moisture and your skin is well hydrated. So the best possible way you can get all of the amazing benefits of hyaluronic acid is by sandwiching it. So you have a damp skin, then you put hyaluronic acid based product, and then you seal it up with a moisturizer or an occlusive to help retain the moisture and also prevent the transepidermal water loss. And if you are considering layering hyaluronic acid, then hyaluronic acid should be the last part of your layering technique. So apply your exfoliating acids or any kind of ascorbic acid, tranexamic acid, azelaic acid, alpha-arbutin, any kind of acid that you might prefer. After that, apply hyaluronic acid and then top it off with an occlusive such as moisturizer or a facial oil. And for a bonus tip for oily skin people, if you do not like the feel of moisturizer, then look for dimethicone or silicones in your product, because that can work really well as a moisturizer for oily skin people. And if you think your serum is too heavy and you do not need to put any kind of moisturizer, which is completely wrong, what I prefer is that the sandwiching technique that I mentioned. First, you damp your skin by a toner or an essence or anything, then you apply your hyaluronic based products, and then you top it off with a water based moisturizer. Then you are basically layering your hyaluronic acid with 2 water sandwiches, and then you get this hydration moisture and plump effect. Now the major disadvantage or the major misconception that people have is that everyone needs hyaluronic acid, which is not exactly true. If your skin is dehydrated, yes, you need hyaluronic acid, but if hyaluronic acid is dehydrating your skin, then please stop using hyaluronic acid, because some people do not like hyaluronic acid because of this property, because humectants work amazing by sucking in all the moisture present in the air, but it can work on the opposite way by sucking in all the moisture that you already have in your skin. Hyaluronic acid, being a very environment dependent product, meaning your surrounding air is always needs to be humid or having some kind of moisture, because what we learned, humectants suck all the moisture from the environment, and if your environment is dry, like all of us in the summers we are turning on AC, in the winters the weather is dry, so if you forget your moisturizer or your occlusive and do not seal off that humectant, you are going to suffer. Now, as any other active, less is always more, especially in hyaluronic acid, because it is a humectant and it can potentially dry out your skin. So using hyaluronic acid in lower concentration at the first is really advisable. I do not go above 1% or 2%, but some people like it 2%, but I always prefer my 1% hyaluronic acid. Following up with the next question, what you should mix and what you should not mix with hyaluronic acid. Now hyaluronic acid is not really a form of exfoliating acid, and it should pair up pretty well any other product that you have. So it can really pair up with your HAs, BHAs, ascorbic acids, and also alpha-arbutin and even niacinamide and retinoid. Now coming to the expectation part, now hyaluronic acid does gives you a hydration, a boost of amazingness and plump skin and that hydrating and glowy skin, but it does require time. So use any kind of hydrating rich product or hyaluronic acid based product for at least a week to see any kind of visible hydration on your skin. And also, if you are from a drier climate, expect a little bit of dehydration from hyaluronic acid. If you are from an oily skin background and you think that your serum or your humectant based creams is enough. Coming to the next question, which is do's and don'ts of hyaluronic acid. Always apply your hyaluronic acid on a damp skin. Never apply your hyaluronic acid on a dry skin, because it is an humectant and it should be always layered on a damp skin. Do not overdo with your hyaluronic acid, and there are high chances that your existing skincare should contain some form of hyaluronic acid. So if your skin is well hydrated, you do not need an extra serum which is only hyaluronic acid, because the other product should give you the enough hydration. Now do not expect any kind of drastic difference in terms of your skin texture and hyperpigmentation problems, because hyaluronic acid is not for that. So using hyaluronic acid as it is cannot give you all these skin concern queries that you might have, but what it should give is enough hydration, and if you need that, it should deliver that. Now coming to the fun part, which is product recommendation. Now hyaluronic acid is present in all of your products, but skip hyaluronic acid in your wash off products because it is useless, and always stick upon to the leave on product. And you can basically use any kind of hyaluronic acid based products, but if you are curious about only hyaluronic acid products, then you can try one from Minimalist or Ordinary. They both have multi-molecular weight hyaluronic acid and they both use a sodium hyaluronate. But the two products that I will recommend you is first of all the alpha-arbutin 2% with 1% hyaluronic acid, and also the niacinamide 5% with 1% hyaluronic acid. It will provide you enough hydration with giving you the benefits of niacinamide and the alpha-arbutin. You can also try a lot of sleeping masks such as the Laneige sleeping mask and also this Dot & Key water sleeping mask. It has a lot of humectants with hyaluronic acid, so it will give you the hydration that you need. Also, you can try my favorite product of all time, which is the Cosrx Nail 96 Mucin. I have a complete dedicated review, and this one also contains the salt form, which is the sodium hyaluronate, and it is amazing. Now coming to the controversial topic is using humectants as a moisturizers. Now most people do not like hyaluronic acid because it dehydrates your skin, but oily skin people does like that gel, Pond's Super Light Gel, Neutrogena and Clinique, because it does has a lot of silicones, and silicones are really good occlusive for oily skin but not exactly for combination to dry skin. So it is really good for summers but not for winters. And if you are a beginner, you should always look upon a moisturizer which contains humectants emollients and occlusive. What humectants do is provide you hydration, emollient softens your skin, and occlusive creates this barrier so you do not have any kind of transepidermal water loss. So hey guys, that was my video on hyaluronic acid. Because it is a simple ingredient and I tried to keep it sweet and simple, and I do not want to make this video quite long. I hope you guys are more clear about what is hyaluronic acid and how it can work as a double-edged sword. So if you like my whole actives month and you like this video, comment down below any kind of queries that you guys have regarding hyaluronic acid or my actives month series. Share this video to any of your friends who are curious about what is hyaluronic acid and why it is suddenly raging throughout the skincare industry. And lastly, subscribe to my channel, hit on that bell notification to get notified every time I upload. Bye bye and take care.